Hello everybody, and welcome to another edition, or episode even, of Three Dudes and a Sofa. And with me today I have this character. Very off the mark, and we are
straight out the gate.
and we got also
Colossal Vids.
who?
Colossal Vids.
Who are you?
Colossal Videos.
Colossal
You
Vids.
should keep calling me.
So yeah, we have Dan from Colossal Vids, Mr. Ghost, of course, Shock 16.
That's
Like we always.
Back once again, we're done.
I'm Shock 16.
Renegade Sofa.
Renegade. Mattress.
So yeah, anyway, this episode is going to be Three Dudes at the Cinema, which is, so we're going to tell you our first or earliest memory of going to the cinema, our best experience of being at the cinema. Like, doesn't have to be your best film necessarily, just like your best experience and worst experience.
Okay.
Again, it doesn't have to be the worst film, just a bad experience. Yeah?
Sure.
So we'll kick off with Interghost.
First film.
First film?
I was having a sort of, there's three which I sort of saw around the same sort of time, I think. So, but I think the first film I saw at the cinema was A View to a Kill. James
Oh
Bond.
yeah, James Bond.
And I can remember my uncle driving me and my brother down to the cinema, and he had some sort of 80s sports car. And I remember when we came into the cinema car park, it was gravel, and he did a big skid on the way in.
Thinking he was James Bond.
James Bond. Yeah, and we went in and watched that. So yeah, I think that was the first one. There's a couple of others around the same sort of time. I think Ghostbusters 2
Ooh.
and Gremlins 2.
Oh,
Roughly.
great film.
I think those might have been the first ones I went on my own or with a friend rather than family.
Yeah.
But yeah, View to a Kill, which is classic
Is
James
it-
Bond movie.
That's Timothy Dalton Bond, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the one where they go up the bridge, isn't it?
Yeah. The Duran Duran
Yeah.
Yes.
soundtrack,
it is.
isn't it?
It's good.
To a
It's good.
view to a kill.
Which our good friend, Gashead Steve, loves that song. He loves that song.
And can you remember like what you thought? What, did you like it? Did you not?
No, I can remember liking it.
Yeah.
And because, you know, I've never been in the cinema.
Yeah.
And when you go in, you just think, because back then as well, we used to like little
Yeah.
TV screens, weren't we?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
big wide screen things. And you go into a cinema as a kid and you're just like, ooh.
Yeah.
It's more of like an experience.
Mm.
But now you've got 4K TVs, you know,
Yeah.
massive screens. You go to the cinema, it's just sort of like, oh, I'm going to go see a film.
That's it, innit?
But back then, you used to go in and you sort of, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
So that's what, that's my
Yeah.
earliest memory, I think.
Done?
Okay, there was a few, if I'm looking back, because I didn't really go to cinema that much as a kid. We kind of just went out with friends and, don't know, just suppose we just didn't really, thinking back. But one of the ones I can definitely remember quite vividly is when I went to see the first Harry Potter film, The Philosopher's Stone, which was like 2001, so that made me about 13.
Yeah, he's the youngster of the group.
So I was about 13 basically, yeah, and I went with like a group of friends at the time, and we just kind of sat in this big line. With obviously just the
It was
first
a bit
one.
strange if we all sat in
It was.
one behind each other.
Single,
Like a
single
train.
file.
We could have diagonally gone up the, could have one on
We
each
just take up
step.
the whole cinema.
We could have had one of us on each step in the middle of the seats. Yeah. So obviously it was like new because of the first one that they'd done,
Yeah.
and it was like whoa, it's like obviously all the special effects at the time, and the Wizarding World and that.
Like,
It was
can you remember all the hype and the buzz?
Yeah.
Because it was the
It
first
was
Harry
mad.
Potter.
It was
wasn't
mad. Yeah, and the books as well, obviously, and like, yeah, it was because I remember getting the books literally via like a voucher in the Sun newspaper. Like you had to collect so many, and then my granddad actually sent off for us.
And you got what, like the whole run of books, or
Not quite all of them. I think it was for like the
Yeah, because
first.
they weren't all written.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
yeah.
it was from Philosopher's Stone to Goblet of Fire,
Yeah.
and then Order of the Phoenix, and obviously the rest, and Half-Blood Prince and Deathly
Yeah.
Hallows. We kind of bought later separately, but the main, I think, first four, kind of, we got those through the newspaper, and then obviously read those as a kid and loved them. But yeah, I just remember that first film, when it was really kicking off, and just how good it was.
But that just goes to show as well about how old Harry Potter is now.
Yeah,
as well, isn't it?
2001.
Because I mean, Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson and
Yeah.
Rupert Grint, you look at them now.
Adult actors.
Yeah,
not
adult
child
actors, yeah.
actors.
and they're all doing really well, but
Mm.
but yeah.
But yeah, they grow up so fast.
Yeah.
Imagine spending your entire childhood just doing that. You know what I mean? And being involved in all of that must have been insane. But, and also they've got the Harry Potter studios and stuff.
Yeah, it just got on to be massive, hasn't it? Like, I wonder if they knew, like, from that first movie, like, it was because if that would have been a flop, would like the rest have got made? You know what I mean?
Originally they were going to change the actors as they got older.
Oh right, yeah.
Because they started to look too old. They were going to get new actors in,
right?
Which would have been nuts.
Like when they tried to take Michael Myers out of the Halloween franchise and it didn't work. But that's fair enough. But and obviously they've got Fantastic Beasts kind of come out from that, and that other one, Harry Potter the Cursed Child, like that play they're doing as well, like another one from it. But just that first film that like I always remember being with my mates and we were just because we were so young, we were just like, whoa, look at that. And you walk out afterwards and everyone's like still buzzing, like that was insane. And now you look back and you watch it and you're like, it's alright.
It's alright. It's alright.
But you that contrast.
I like the Harry Potter movies. I'll go on record.
Well, for me, and this might again split opinion, but I was always like a Harry Potter person, but never really Lord of the Rings.
I'd never watched Lord of the Rings.
No, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Not that I don't like it, because obviously I've not seen.
I've watched The Hobbits.
Right, don't thumb down the video.
Okay, so
I've watched the Hobbits.
I've
watched those Hobbits.
I've watched
the Hobbit.
I've watched a good portion of the first two Lord of the Rings, and that's it.
So you've not watched Lord of the Rings, and you've not watched Game of Thrones.
No,
you've
never
seen
a single episode.
Yes.
I've never seen a single episode of Game of Thrones.
Don't leave in the comments who dies.
It wouldn't affect me because I don't watch it. But yeah, no, I've seen the first Hobbit, and that's it. And then the first two, like Lord of the Rings.
Dumbledore dies.
That's it.
He dies, doesn't he?
That's it.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched Harry Potter, spoiler. But no, it was more special because it was the first one that we went to see. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, the very first film I ever went to see was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I love that film.
So yeah, that was like 88 or something like that. So I'd have only been about 6.
That was an
6 or
epic
7.
film at the cinema. That looked amazing.
But yeah, you look back at it now, and like the special effects, obviously very dated, but at the time it was amazing. And
Rick Moranis.
But yeah, what it was is I think my mum and dad got invited to like a work do or something like that. So my auntie and uncle was like babysitting for us, and like because my mum and dad went out, they didn't want to they didn't know what to do with us basically, because like my aunt and uncle didn't have their own children and stuff like that. So
they just throw you around the house.
Yeah, so they just said we're going to go to the cinema, and obviously me and my sister was like amazing because it was like the first time we'd ever been to. I don't know if my sister had been to the cinema,
right?
Because obviously she's older than me. But for me, that was the first time I ever went. And like you say, you go in there and it's like the first time you're just in this theatre with this massive screen, because like the TVs in our day was like not as big as they are.
Yeah, and you see that and you're just like, how can they be that big?
And and then the effects of them just being like in the garden. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With like the big ant.
Riding the ant around.
Yeah.
Tall
stuff
grass.
like that.
Pollen.
Yeah.
Pollen dust.
Yeah. Amazing.
It was cleverly done even for its time, for sure.
But yeah. So that was my first.
What's the second called? Honey, I Blew Up the Baby or something?
Yeah, Honey, I Blew Up the Baby. And they did another one as well, Honey, We Shrank Ourselves.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen.
No.
Yeah. Good old Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shame he stopped making films.
Yeah, he's retired, hasn't he? But yeah, I'm not even sure if he was in that latest one, the Honey We Shrank Ourselves one. I think there's 4 altogether actually.
Wow.
Because I think there's.
I bet you it's something like Honey, We Shrunk the Dog.
Yeah, something like that. If you look it up on like IMDb or something like that.
Honey, We Blew Up the House.
Wikipedia. We blew up the house.
I remember the one where they blew up the baby and they just had some big guy dressed up as the baby in the background running around.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny.
So yeah. So shall we move on to best or worsts?
Ooh.
Either. Controversial.
Yeah,
I
indeed.
think we should go best cinema experience.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go back to you.
I'm going to split mine down the middle, and I'm going to do a UK one and an American one as well, and all become clear. for me in the UK, it was when 4DX first came out, because now it's the idea of like, I remember going to experience a film in that for the first time. It's like the water can now kind of shoot out of your chair when it's like a water section on a film, or like this air kind of rushing past it. You will feel it like in the air, and then there's one bit where you can have like things like below your feet that it feels like, you know, it's all realistic and stuff. And kind of getting that heightened kind of sense of the film from that perspective as opposed to just visual.
I've never
The first time we
watched
did
a film
that.
in 4DX.
Yeah, it's really good fun. Yeah.
Have you?
You could call it a gimmick,
I
but
have, but I can't remember where it was. It was probably at a theme park.
a lot
It
of
might be in Alton Towers. Did they do it?
then Ice Age did it. The Ice Age
It
attraction.
was like
they
the
did
running.
that.
It's like rats were running past your feet.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Oh,
Yeah, there was an Ice Age one at one of the theme parks that did that, but Cineworlds do it like now, obviously 4DX and that. But it's just the first time we experienced it, it was like, what on earth is going on? Like when you see the certain scenes in a film where that's happening, water or cold air or whatever, and then it's
Imagine
like,
it's a bit like a motion master, like
yeah, your chair. That's the other thing. Your chair obviously vibrates.
It's like
when-
a simulator,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, that was always good fun. But you can also opt to have the water off. So if you were someone who just didn't fancy being sprayed, with
right,
water,
yeah.
you could actually just turn it off. But yeah, your chair
Don't
vibrates.
do
and
water.
Don't do
your
it.
heightened senses, sensory perception.
No, it's just that if he gets wet, he multiplies and
Yeah.
Oh, does he? Got little ghosts running
you feed
around.
him after midnight and you know what I mean?
Cranky.
That's it, he destroys towns.
Little Mogwais. So UK based when that first came into play, and then over in New York, I went there last
New York?
year. I went there last year with my brother, and they've got what's called Regal Cinemas out there, which is like a chain. And in there, it's just insane because when we went in there, long story short, like the drink we ordered, I remember they're saying like, do you want like medium or large? And we just went, I'll just give us medium. Medium was like that big. And we were like, what would have been if we'd chosen large?
Just like a bucket.
Just a host.
Just literally hobbling to the cinema with it in both hands. And then we've got this freestyle cola machine, so you can choose whatever flavour you want. So I was totally in my element. So I'm mixing them like orange and vanilla and raspberry, and I'm really
If you
sad.
want to know what Dan thinks about drinks,
Yeah, link below.
But yeah, so that was cool. And then anyway, when we went in to see, because we were watching the new Halloween film, and then you go in there and it's like literally you press this button and the seat kind of like a recliner, it literally goes up, so you can have your feet like that, and you can lay back, and you have like a little alongside those old desks you'd get at school back in the day, and you could bring them round to you, and then have your drink on there, and you've got your own like little kind of rest for your drink like on your lap, and then you're like literally lying like that, and it was
they've opened
so
a new cinema in Bournemouth, which is cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
was
it.
just about to
Oh,
say the Showcase Cinema in Nottingham.
Oh, that's right.
It's just been a few years back it got refurbished and it became a Showcase Deluxe.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
they've got the
Oh, at least
But, like,
the UK's doing it in certain
the
places.
automated seats and stuff like that, and now in the Deluxe. So yeah.
Oh, that's good to know then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we just went, and just being in that city as well, it was just insane, and it was just one of the. And the Halloween film itself, I didn't mind the new one either, but it was also just the fact that the atmosphere and the whole setup was so different.
No
to what we did.
spoilers. I've not seen it.
I'm not saying anything. It is good though.
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers is in it.
He's in this one, is he?
Season of the Witch, he disappears, but in this one, he's back. But no, it was just the atmosphere and the environment, and also we're the only two in the cinema. We had the whole cinema to ourselves.
I love it when you get that.
We went during the day and during the week. People obviously were at school. Even over there, they're at school. Would you believe it? Would you believe
Can
it?
you believe it? New Yorkers
Even
go
in
to
New-
school.
They're at school.
Newsflash.
Gee whiz!
So it was even better, basically,
It's like a whole new world.
and just one of the best experiences I've ever had anywhere at a cinema,
Cool.
hands down.
Ghost?
Mine's not that exciting.
It's not that
But in your
exciting.
opinion, in your own right,
No.
it is.
Mine is sort of like, it wasn't anything amazing, but it's just,
That is in your eyes. It's in your eyes.
no, it isn't.
Alright, it's not there.
It's not
It's a
that.
really shitty
It's
experience.
a shit.
Get
good
ready.
experience.
It's
You ready?
absolute
'Cause
bollocks.
You get ready for this, alright?
Get
God,
ready
it's
for
not good.
Woo-wee! Get ready!
Suspense is killing me. Go on.
God.
It's not good. Sorry, go on.
No, my one was one I can remember going to a small cinema with my brother, and it's like, I can't remember how many seats, it's probably sort of like about 50 seats and the whole thing. It's quite a tiny little cinema.
Like a little independent
Yeah,
one, yeah.
like is it a arts centre type thing?
Yeah, yeah.
I went on to that, and it's probably the first time I went without an adult, and we went to see Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. You ever seen that?
Yes.
we went to see that at the cinema and knew nothing about it. And apart from it being a really funny film.
See, I class that as a Christmas film because I always watch it at Christmas.
Yeah. But I think also, which always sticks in my mind, I don't know why, but while we was waiting to go into the cinema, we were playing I Spy. And my brother chose Al D, the letter Al and the letter D, and I was like, I can't think of it. And we had to go in.
Yeah.
I was like, so what was it then? And he went, Laughing Dave. And I was like, what? And there was a picture of Chaz and Dave on the wall. And his I Spy thing was Laughing Dave. I was like, how the hell am I going to guess that?
That is like.
That's why it sticks in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, I remember going in thinking, what?
That is world
Out of
specific.
everything in the cinema, you chose a picture of Chaz and Dave and actually added Laughing Dave.
I think he was laughing on the poster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is so specific.
But yeah, so I can remember that because it's just funny going in, and I remember it being a really good film, and the fact that it was just me and my brother.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, no adults.
Yeah.
So that's mine really. So it wasn't that good, was it?
What's wrong with that? I think that was good because that's like, you know, the personal one's always the best when you've got those little kind of.
Actually, I think it's better than yours.
Yes.
I think it probably is.
Well, mine's definitely not as good as
Yeah, it will be. It will be.
that. Don't put yourself down, Shocks.
It's your own personal.
So yeah, my best cinema experience would be 96, 97, when Independence Day came out. Not the best film I've ever seen, but it was a spectacular film at the time. But the reason why it goes down as best cinema experience is because it was the only time I've been to the cinema, and the queue literally came out of the foyer, down the steps, and it went all the way down to the end of the street and round the corner. People were queuing, like
to buy tickets.
Well, it was like the premiere, like when it premiered in like the cinema, like opening day kind of thing. And yeah, me and my mate was like cute. Luckily enough, we didn't get in to see the first showing. That's how far back in the queue we were.
Oh, so you had to wait for a whole
We had to
showing,
wait
yeah.
an whole showing just to go and see it, but we eventually got in. And it's funny because
Is
we
that
went.
back before you could order online?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we went to see it again the following week, and it's like that queue weren't there,
Yeah.
so it was like
Yeah,
a different
yeah,
experience.
yeah.
But yeah, I just remember we was queuing all the way around the street.
So
and
you had
stuff
that
like
whole
that.
excitement of
Yeah.
waiting, going on.
And then when we saw it, it's like that film in cinema, like whether you like it or not now, whatever your thoughts of Independence Day is now, it's like when that came out.
It's grand scale, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was just a massive film, and so, like you say, it was like the build-up, the excitement, and then when we went in, it was an amazing movie as well for us. Like, so yeah, that's it really. It's just that it's.
That's
Do you know what I mean?
cool.
It's just a really good cinema experience.
So they're doing new Independence Day as well.
Yeah, we're not talking about that one. I didn't see that one.
Didn't queue for that shit.
Do you remember when you could just go in and choose your seats and just sit anywhere? Now it's like, where do you want to sit?
Yeah, yeah,
Sit.
like-
And they
I
turn
quite
the
like-
screen round and go, where do you want to sit? Here?
I quite like the allocated seat thing though, because that means you always get your seat.
Yeah, but if it's not busy, you could just, well, no one else is going to sit in my seat.
Well, that's true, but so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. fair enough.
moving on to worst cinema experiences, we'll go back to Dan.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I go because I generally can't think of any kind of specific things where like, I saw a really bad film because I think I've just been lucky. I've always seen films at the cinema where I've just gone out and generally just been like, I really enjoyed that. Like when I saw the Simpsons movie and the Lego movies, and they're just good. So mine's probably really boring on that front. It's just the classic, like you always get the seat where the idiot behind or like the little kid just wants to kick your seat the whole way through. It just ruins your experience. I suppose in that respect, yeah. Or you just got people just talking loudly near you and it just ruins it anyway.
And a specific like film that you can remember, like it was ruined. Like
from a kid kind of kicking the back of my seat.
Yeah.
Probably the Simpsons food. Probably the Simpsons food. Simpsons food.
Simpsons food.
The Simpsons movie. I don't know why I did an F. The Simpsons movie. What the hell's wrong with me today? The Simpsons movie, yeah, it was probably, I think that was the one where there was just a kid that was just constantly. And then like, I remember, like, actually I do remember when, you know, the Spade, a pig, the pigs on the ceiling. There was like someone near me going, "There's been every spider pig." I was like, if I wanted it in stereo, I would have asked you. But like, yeah, probably that, to be fair. But I've seen it again since, and I still enjoy it. But it's annoying how it can actually really affect your experience. So mine's a bit boring, to be fair, but kind of just your classic, you know, seat kicking and people need that just can't shut that up. So yeah, to be fair, yeah.
So, Ghost.
I pretty much have a bad experience every time I go to
I'm
cinema.
gonna say
I've had so many.
I'm lucky.
I always get the twat who sits next to you. I was saying, there's one time I sat down and some bloke went, "I will be noisy, just warning you." And I was like, "All right." And then all the way through, he was shouting stuff out of the screen. He's opening up his food, takes his shoes off, puts them on top of the bloody.
Oh, I took his shoes
Took his shoes off, put them on top of the seat, and like.
Why?
Man, out the whole cinema, why you stand next to me?
Why me?
I bet all the other seats were empty.
Yeah, but so I always get idiots like that and kicking their seats and all that sort of stuff.
I'm just very lucky then.
Or just playing on their phone throughout the whole thing. You're like, turn your phone off.
Do you know what I mean?
They do a trade at the beginning saying, please respect other people and not have it on.
But I think my worst one was because there's a film which my voice.
It was so bad it took his voice away.
No, there's a movie. What's it called? A Wonderful Life.
Oh yes.
Right.
Yeah, you know the old
Yeah.
film. It's my mum's favourite movie of all time.
Yeah.
And they brought it back out at the cinema near Christmas.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, oh, she would love to see that in the cinema. So I kept it quiet from her. I booked the tickets. Didn't tell her about that it was on. And then I said to her, "Oh, I've got a film I'm going to go and take you to see." She said, "Oh, what's that?" I said, "Oh, I'm not going to tell you."
Yeah.
It's going to be a surprise. Took her down there. Made sure she didn't see any of the posters on the way in.
Oh.
Didn't see the tickets when I gave them in. Sat down. And she's like, "Oh, what was it?" I said, "Oh, you'll see. You'll see." All the adverts come on. All crap. You know, sit for all this. And then normally when this thing comes up with the name of the film, it just went black. And was like, I just sat there for ages. Like, it's not working. What's going on? So I wait there, went out, said, "Oh, not working." It came in, they were fiddling around with these buttons, it kept going white, black, and
No
like,
way.
And I went, "Oh no, you can't.
What was
It's not working."
Really?
I was like,
What?
"What?"
I take it you got like a refund.
They had another showing in the evening, so
Oh,
I had
right.
to come back again with her.
No.
But I had to say to her, it was a wonderful life.
So you kind of
but
ruined the
you'll see
surprise.
it tonight when we
But-
come back.
But it wasn't a wonderful life.
No,
It wasn't a wonderful
It was a shitty
experience.
life.
I just thought
It was a shitty
I
life.
was trying to do something really good
Yeah.
because I knew she would have gone, "Wow."
So it's like she obviously still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But
It spoiled the moment.
But I had to say,
it spoiled
we
the
have to come back
surprise.
tonight and we'll
Yeah.
have to watch it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
shit.
so that
that
was
is.
my worst. It's just
Because
a
it
letdown.
taints it a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
I thought that would have been. I was just waiting for it to come on and her to go, but it didn't happen. It's like black screen.
Why
Nice.
would the screen glitch out when I go there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's mine.
So yeah, my worst cinema experiences was, well, the film was quite shit as well. But, we went to see.
It wasn't Love Actually, was it?
I like that. I like that.
We went to see the original Power Rangers movie.
Hey.
I really have a soft spot for that film, even though it is crap. Sorry, Karen. I do like that.
But not only was it quite a shit movie, but we had like these kids was like behind us, and they was kicking seats and they was putting their feet up like over this thing, and my mate actually grabbed one of them like foot, and he took his shoe off and he threw the shoe at the screen, and they came back and they was like still like messing around. We had to like go out and say, "Can you remove these people?" And they actually did remove it, but it was the fact that we was missing the film while all this was going off and stuff like that. And not only that, it's like where we went to see it was the Nottingham Odeon Cinema. If you know that, then you know it used to have 6 screens, which was massive. Like, this is the 90s, and this was like a multiplex cinema. But the thing is, the screens got worse as they went on. So like screen 1 was like where they premiered everything. It was a massive screen.
Yeah.
Then screen 2 would be like smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And we watched it on screen 6,
Oh.
which was more or less a basement. It had like 1 row of chairs, or maybe 2 row of chairs, and the screen wasn't much bigger than like a big Do you know what I mean? It was just like
a projector.
so. It
screen.
was like a shitty screen 6. So yeah, if you're from Nottingham and you ever went to Odeon, if you've ever watched, if you was ever unlucky enough to get screen 6, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. And so yeah, it was just a crap experience. And the worst thing is, because we missed most of the movie, we went back to see it again another time, and it was like so.
And it wasn't even worth seeing.
Yeah, and it was not even worth seeing in the end. So that's why.
shocking. Especially like you said, the screen's that small. It would just annoy you even more because.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was bigger than like a TV,
Yeah.
TV screen, but it was just like compared to
Like a projector you'd have at school.
yeah, but compared to every other screen, it was like the. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't worth it.
But at the time, we didn't know it wasn't going to be the best. movie.
No. But like I say, we ended up spending money on it twice, and it wasn't even that great movie.
Almost having a fight with some kids.
Yeah. So, so there you go. So
That's it.
yeah.
There you go.
So let us know your first, your worst, and your best.
Your burst.
And your burst. Your first, your worst, and your
And
burst.
if you've seen Simpsons 2,
Yeah.
let us know what you thought.
Simpsons
Yeah.
Foo, which still sounds really dodgy actually, doesn't it? Have you seen the Simpsons Foo?
Have you seen the Simpsons Foo?
But if you have,
And,
let us know.
and the Moo Moo, then yeah, let us know.
So
Thumb up
yeah,
the video. Drop
Smash
us a
the thumbs
line.
up, press the bell,
and
subscribe.
yeah, subscribe,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's it. And we'll see you for another episode of Three Dudes and a
Silver.
See you then.